Welcome back to Savage Gaming. Today, we have a real treat for you. Like many of you, I've been looking for a graphics card, and I haven't been able to get one to update my 1060 Nvidia GTX. Now, I got really excited when Nvidia did their press release for their upcoming 3000 series graphics cards. It overly hyped me. I was ready. I made sure I did some extra work. I had enough money for a 3080. And this would have been the first time that I ever got a flagship GPU, and ever, basically ever. I've never been able to get the top end card, right? Well, I went down to Micro Center. First time I've ever tried to do this. I went down to Micro Center at lunchtime, and that's where I failed. They were sold out. Big sign on the door. No GPUs, nothing. We don't know when we're gonna get them. Something about for the foreseeable future, we don't know. Out of stock. There's not enough GPUs to last till lunchtime. Are you kidding me? On the day of release. That's crazy. So wasn't used to seeing that. You know, I felt let down for sure, right? So I'm like, okay, this gives me a chance to see the competition. Let's see what AMD's got. AMD did their release. I got all hyped up, right? Same thing. Okay, same thing happened. They let me down. They let me down with the stock. They even kind of jokingly said that they would not be a paper launch. And yeah, it's a paper launch. Go ahead and look. Go to your, if you have Facebook, go to Facebook Marketplace, right? 9 out of 10 cards, if not more than that, you're gonna see scalpers with Nvidia cards over the Radeon ones. And it's not because they're not giving up the AMD cards. It's that there's so little AMD cards that there's just way more Nvidia ones. So it's crazy. So they're both having stock issues. I got myself a card. Now, it's not 3080, but that's okay. I got a card. I paid extra for it. I paid $100 over MSRP. I paid $100 over what they paid in the store. So I did buy from the scalper. And I know that's not cool. However, I've tried to go to Micro Center to acquire a card afterwards, after the release dates, and nothing, you know? And I don't have time to devote to keep going until they do have one, okay? Because for me, time is money. So $100 over MSRP, I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with paying for a $700 graphics card $1,200 or $14 or $15. That's way too much. So 100 over is okay. Paying an extra 50% or paying an extra 100%, that's not okay with me. So the 100 I'm all right with. Bam, here we go. Oh yeah, it is a gaming trio 3060. I didn't think I'd be a big fan of the MSI one, but I guess the cooler on this is pretty good. So that's really what we wanted. My card now gets pretty hot. Not hot enough to hurt it, I guess, but hot enough where I'm like, eh. I would like it if it was cooler. So everything I run is on air. So the cooler things are, the better. Let's take a look at this card. It's heavy. It's a heavy box. Hopefully not just a box. I don't know if you can tell. Look how big the bag is. It's in the whole shot. It's in the whole shot. Are you kidding me? This thing is legit. I don't know, 5 to 10 pounds, maybe more. I should weigh it. I got a big head. Can you see my head anymore? No, this is a monster, dude. My little card is probably a fifth of this. Look at that heat sink. Hang on. Okay, can you look in there? Focus camera. Oh, okay, wait. Okay, that doesn't show you much. Look in there. You can see through that thing. Focus camera. Look at that. Look at those pipes. This is freaking gnarly. That's probably where most of the weight comes from in the back plate. I don't know if that's plastic or aluminum. It feels cold. So maybe aluminum. This is not a review, okay? This is my card. Like, I'm using this card. There's no sending it back. There's nothing. It's just, it's impressive how far these have come now. See how big that is? Like, they don't really show you in the videos. Look at that freaking Goliath, dude. I don't know if I liked MSI, like really, but I feel like we're building a relationship right now. I think it's time to slap this baby in. That's gonna be a good screenshot. Before I stop, look at this. It's got its own support bracket. It's so hefty. It needs its own bracket. Everything is really, really good. And sometimes the frames seem like they're a little lower. I'm also recording and running Nvidia broadcast on the same setup. However, while I play, I'm not noticing any kind of hiccups or, you know, things that would be a cause for concern. Everything runs really smooth. I'm just enjoying this whole new graphics card. Look at those GPU temps. Look at that. It's only 50, 51. The case that I have has really good airflow. So the card is definitely appreciating that. The card is definitely appreciating the high airflow of my case and the fat heatsink that this thing's come with. So this is just great. See, it seems a little low right there, but there's no issues at all. And again, OBS is taking probably 10 to 15% or frames, and Nvidia broadcast is taking something. This is freaking great. Everything's on high. there you have it, guys. There's basically the unboxing of the card, my initial thoughts on the card. We have some benchmarks in there. Now my benchmarks didn't quite work out for some reason. On my game screen it showed that it was tracking the FPS, but on the recording side it was showing that it was not showing those numbers. They weren't recording for some reason, so I'm not sure why they were missing. So on my game screen they were there, on the recording side they weren't there, so it seems really weird. But if you watch some of the footage, you can see that the card runs everything really smooth. I'm recording, I'm taking video, and everything's on high. 3060 Ti is handling anything that I have that I could throw at it. I have Valorant, Overwatch, PlanetSide 2, World of Warcraft, and none of those games are phased by it. Yes, they're older games, but they still demand a lot of resources. As far as the card goes, I'm very happy with it. I would buy it again, and that's my final thoughts on that MSI card. Maybe not buy the FE one unless that's all your budget allowed. I like having a cooler card, so having the extra large heatsink is really cool. Pun intended. I'm happy with the purchase. If you have the extra budget, get the 3070. If you have the extra budget for a 3080, get the 3080. There's just no availability. Definitely get a 3060 Ti if it's in your budget. You know, if you can do more, great. The card's phenomenal for what I do. Max settings for the games that I play, and I can record. Excellent. So those are my final thoughts. Sorry the benchmarking didn't quite work out. I'll have to figure that out. So anyway, that's it for today. Thanks, guys. Peace.